I don't think like a purist, so they're hard for me to relate to purists. But I thought it was interesting as over the weekend, Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor fought. It was the best fight in the UFC's history, and the best fight meaning it was action-packed. It was two fighters that mattered. There was press conference buzz, pre-fight buzz, fight buzz, post-fight buzz, 2 days later buzz. In order to be all-time great, people have to see it. A few years ago, the Jaguars and the Saints, about 10 years ago, had an NFL game where there were 9 laterals to end the game. You didn't know that, unless you lived in New Orleans or Jacksonville. Probably the most exciting finish in an NFL game ever. 9 laterals. It was the band on the field in the NFL. But the point is, it's not considered one of the all-time great games because it didn't matter. This fight mattered. It mattered from commerce. It mattered for belts. It mattered for gravitas. It mattered for the sport. It mattered for the growth. It really mattered. But it's amazing to me. And I said this. It was basically, metaphorically, a nail in the coffin of boxing. And all these boxing fans yesterday were lined up on the phones, on my Twitter. You don't get it. You don't get it. It's over. Do I talk about boxing ever? No. I'm one of the leading sports opinion guys in the country. Do Mike and Mike ever talk about boxing? No. Both of us will cover a weigh-in for UFC. Two of the most popular sports shows in America talk UFC constantly. And I'm not even just locally in Los Angeles when I drive around, UFC's talked about all the time. So these baseball purists who got mad at me 12 years ago when I said your sport's in trouble, your commissioner now is acknowledging our sport's in trouble. There are certain people who are purists, newspaper guy, boxing guy, baseball guy. Folks, I'm not making stuff up. Newspapers and boxing still can make money, but they're dead industries walking. UFC is now the water cooler sport in America when it comes to mano-a-mano fighting. It has taken over boxing. Now, occasionally, every 3 years, you will have a pay-per-view with boxing, and it pops every 3 years. UFC is big every other weekend. It has taken over mainstream media coverage. I've said this years ago. I was talking to Matt Berry, who was a fantasy guy for ESPN years ago. And this was like 4 years ago. And I knew baseball, it was like over. It was no longer a national sport. Now, the playoffs, Cubs, going to get ratings. Bryce Harper, going to get talked about. San Francisco Giants. Here at Fox, we have the National League playoffs. Oh, they're going to get numbers. Yeah, like for 12 days, we're the happiest people in the world. Last year, we had the American League. We got the Toronto Blue Jays. This year, we got the Cubs, the Giants, the Dodgers. I mean, it's St. Louis Cardinals, potentially. We're getting all the great teams. Only the Mets are letting us down. Outside of that, we're getting all the teams we want. And like baseball has that 2 and 3 week period where it's big and it will be. And boxing can have a Mayweather-Pacquiao and for a weekend be gigantic. But water cooler, what's discussed, what's talked about is UFC. It's like, I don't get I just don't understand like purist guy. He's got deep knowledge, but he has no perspective. Boxing is no longer discussed by any of the top opinion people in America. The people that talk don't take calls. It's not discussed. So, and UFC guy, don't be purist. This is the most important fight your sport's ever had. I don't want to hear about the third fight on the UFC 9 card. Nobody cared. It didn't drive commerce. The best fights and the best World Series and the best games are in the biggest moments, and they mean more than just the fight. They have broad appeal and mass appeal, and they mean a lot of different things. McGregor-Diaz meant a lot. The sport just got sold. It was a great post-sale fight. It made more money. It got talked about. It got buzzed about. It's got a long tail, meaning we're still talking about it 72 hours after the fight. It is the big moment for the sport. I had buddies texting me as I'm going on Twitter, and they've never once done that in boxing in 10 years. That's what you used to do with boxing, with Tyson fights. That's what you used to do. Like, how's he doing? If you weren't there, you were literally trying to get a hold of your buddies. Give me updates. How's he doing? That's what happened Saturday night.